This is Vargas, recording live from the Vargas Vault. Back again with another collection pickup video. You know the drill. I usually allow 2 weeks since this is 2 weeks worth of movie purchases. Again, you might see more time, less time, depending on when I actually record this, and then edit it, and then actually upload. So, you might see a different time period, because I don't even remember when I uploaded the last one, but these are movie pickups that I was able to get through the last 2 weeks from Movie Freak Bazaar. I got some really good stuff, so I just wanted to share. So, first off, for my baby girl, because like I mentioned before, I'm trying to get as many Disney movies as I can for her, as well as some other animated movies. Ideally, Disney first. I want to get all the Disney movies that were theatrically released, as well as those direct-to-video ones that have come out. Because a lot of people speak badly about Disney because they're basically trying to purchase the world with their purchase of Marvel and Star Wars and now Fox. But they're still in the business of cartoons for a reason. They do pump out a lot of really quality cartoons, both them and through Pixar, and their association with Studio Ghibli and so on. So they have quality cartoons throughout the years, both when they started and the recent ones have been really good. It really is the second renaissance of Disney. So to add to that, Movie Freak Bazaar had this one. It's only the DVD, but this is Big Hero 6 with the lovable Baymax. The thing looks weird because it's basically the slipcover of the Blu-ray DVD combo pack that someone cut. As you can see, they just, for some stupid reason, cut it very poorly, and then just stuck it on a DVD case. But the DVD itself is brand new, doesn't have any scratches. So until I can get a much better copy of Big Hero 6, this will work great as a starter copy for her. I'll just put it on whenever she wants to see it. This one was kind of disappointing because I bought this because it said it was the 2-disc special edition DVD combo of Weird Millers. Saw this with my wife on TV once and thought it was really funny. But I bought it because it's the 2-disc set. Comes with the theatrical cut and then an unrated cut. But unfortunately, it only comes with the regular theatrical DVD, which sucks. Sucks really bad because I wanted to see the extended unrated cut. So that sucks. But it's still, even theatrically, it's still a good movie. Then it's an action fix. I got White House Down. I haven't seen this one. I've seen the one that's kind of similar to this, and that's Olympus Has Fallen. Basically, Die Hard in the White House, where Gerard Butler stars the typical John McClane character. That's the only qualified guy to save the president from a group of terrorists that have taken over the White House. This is kind of the same thing from what I remember from the trailer. Channing Tatum plays the John McClane type character that has to save the president from a group of terrorists. So I don't know which one actually came out first. I remember seeing Olympus Has Fallen first, not White House Down. So I don't know. I'll have to watch this one and see which one's better. But Olympus Has Fallen was pretty cool. Now this one I picked up because it's a sequel to that Dungeons and Dragons movie with Jeremy Irons that came out. Not a good Dungeons and Dragons movie, but it's entertaining. I had fun with it, and I didn't know there was a sequel, so I got this Dungeons and Dragons Wrath of the Dragon God. I like the fantasy cover there with the evil dragon and the lone guy standing up to him. Supposedly this thing takes 100 years. This thing takes place 100 years after that first Dungeons and Dragons movie. There's only one character that returns, so I want to see this one, see if it's any good. Movie Freak Bazaar also had, and this one It's one of those flip the DVDs for you know a version of the film. And this is a movie I've been wanting to get for a while, but I've never, for whatever reason, gotten around to getting it. And it's Cinema Paradiso. And this is a French movie about it's basically the love of film. It stars this kid that goes to the movie theater and is inspired to become a director, and then the guy that was running the cinema dies, and he comes back and encounters all these things. Always wanted to get this movie and sit down and watch it, but I was able to get through Movie Freak Bazaar this one that contains the original cut, the original theatrical release, and a director's cut that has like 50 minutes of original footage that was cut off. So 2-in-1, theatrical cut and uncut. And it's very interesting to see those theatrical cuts and then see an extended cut or a director's cut or what have you, because sometimes they do really feel like two different movies. Some changes that happens during editing, it makes a movie totally different from what you saw once. Sometimes it improves the film, like the extended cut of Aliens that puts back some things that were cut and adds things that were done for the TV cut. And then there are other versions that just fall apart, like the Donnie Darko director's cut. The theatrical cut is better than the director's cut. But wanted to see this one, and what better way to get it than getting a theatrical cut and a director's cut. To add to my daughter's animation collection again, I love Studio Ghibli. I love anime in general. I just really like anime itself. I like the way that the animation just flows. 2D animation is by far my favorite animation. 3D is getting really good, but it'll never compare to 2D animation. It's just something about traditional cartoons that just blow me away. And mainly because it could be because of the respect of the craft that people had to painstakingly draw each sequence frame by frame to make a simple character move. So anime is really cool, and Studio Ghibli is a animation company that has worked very closely with Disney in the past to produce some really cool stories. I have a couple of box sets that have some Studio Ghibli movies in it, but one of the main ones that I'm missing, I finally got it, and it's My Neighbor Totoro. A friend of mine gave my daughter a plushie of Totoro, actually, but I've never been able to get the movie itself. There's a box set that contains Totoro and 2 other movies that I already own, so that's the reason why I haven't bought it. And I've never been able to actually get it, but I was able to get it through Movie Freak Bazaar. The only problem is that it doesn't come with a back side. It has the front cover, the side cover, but then someone cut off the back for some stupid reason. But the DVD is pretty good, and until I can upgrade, this will be a good watchable copy. Also, very rarely am I able to get anime. Just like wrestling, anime is really, really hard to come by. But I was able to get these at Movie Freak Bazaar. Just really cool looking slipcases. Love the way that it looks kind of like I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it looks like a book. And this is the X anime TV series. X is a very, very beautiful, but at the same time, kind of confusing anime that came out. It's about these dragons and these angels that are fighting, but it's kind of weird. And I've watched a number of times because I really like the animation, but it's kind of confusing if you really think about it. I've seen it a couple of times, and I still don't really get what's going on, but it's about dragons fighting angels. And this is the TV series. There's 4 volumes of these, and I was only able to get 3, but I was able to get volume 4. That's the interior art. Got 5. Interior art. and 6. And interior art. So I still need 1, 2, 3, 7, and 8 to complete this one. And I don't think I'll come across them anytime soon. But, you know, I have them, and it's pretty cool. If the animation is as good as the movie, I'm in for a treat. Also, because, you know me, I have to catch them all. This week he brought a Pokemon cartoon, Pokemon movie cartoon that I don't own. I thought I had them all, but guess not. Picked up another Pokemon movie. This is the 13th Pokemon movie. This is called Zoroark Master Evolutions. And it stars the 3 legendary Pokemon from Silver and Gold. Suicune, Entei, and I always forget the lightning one. What's the name of that one? I don't know. It's I know Suicune and I know Entei, but I always forget the lightning one. It also has Celebi, so I gotta catch them all. This movie I saw with my wife, my brother-in-law, and his daughters, and it's called The Giver. I actually bought the book, but I've been trying to track down a copy of the movie and never came across it until now. Slipcover, love slipcovers. Very briefly, this is about a future society that has gotten rid of emotions. So their whole world is black and white. But there's this one guy that, for the sake of you know, preserving history, is able to remember stuff. And but he's getting old, he's about to die, so he has to pass on his knowledge to someone else, someone younger, that seems to have the ability to absorb the feelings from this guy. And as he's absorbing the feelings that have long been forgotten, his world starts to get color. And it's him trying to, you know, stop this world of unfeeling drones. Really interesting movie. I thought it was really cool, so added it. Also picked up on DVD Noah through Movie Freak Bazaar. This is Noah, directed by Darren Aronofsky, and saw it with the wife in the theater. Very majestic looking, but a bit weird, but you can't expect anything else from Darren Aronofsky. So this is Noah. More anime picked up. Dark Side Blues, never seen this. No idea. This is a total anime blind buy, but it's from the creator of Vampire Hunter D, and that alone sold me on the idea of watching it, because Vampire Hunter D is freaking amazing, and this one looks pretty cool. This one we have on Blu-ray, but you know, I can't always boot up the PlayStation 3, and in the bedroom we have a DVD, so I had to get a DVD copy of Despicable Me, because my daughter's starting to like the Minions, so I had to get it. Also, if you follow my channel, you know that I'm a huge martial arts fan. I freaking love anything that has to do with kung fu and martial arts and anything. And I've never seen this one, but this is Chocolate. And it's from the director of Ong Bak and The Protector, that has very, very cool martial arts fighting scenes. And this is about an autistic girl whose mother falls ill, and but she was a debt collector, so she goes to collect the debts to try to pay for her mother's, you know, procedure to keep her going. But she's autistic, but it's the kind of autistic that she's kind of slow, but at the same time is gifted in a different way. And what makes her gifted is that she's able to, like, visually absorb kung fu knowledge. She sees martial arts movies, and she sees people fighting kung fu, and then she's able to, you know, do that through reflexes. So this promises to be really, really good. This is a double dip. I have the single disc version of this, but Movie Freak Bazaar had the 2-disc collector's edition with special features, and it's also my favorite movie of the next generation, and that's First Contact, starring the Borg, and I freaking love the Borg. Don't like the idea of the Borg Queen. I thought the Borg worked better as this just autonomous thing that, you know, would go through planet to planet, assimilating civilizations into their collective, just like with one hive mind. But it didn't need a queen, and the idea of the queen, I feel, kind of weakened the Borg. because they were my favorite part of Next Generation where they were introduced. I was like, holy shit, cyborgs. And then, they absorbed Picard, and he was Locutus, in that, I am Locutus of Borg. And their phrase is like super awesome, like, resistance is futile. You will be assimilated. So freaking cool. And this movie was really cool. The Borg parts were really cool. So I have the single disc one, but this one has two disc dedicated, chock full of special features. So of course I have to get my favorite Next Generation movie in this 2-disc format. So yay! Also, to add to the Nick Cage collection, Outcast with Hayden Christensen, Lord Anakin Skywalker, who turned into Lord Vader in Revenge of the Sith. And it's about these two knights that are in China, I think, and they have to save the child ruler. But it's Nick Cage, Nick Cage. I had to get it just because of Nick Cage. Now this one, I've never seen before. It's a retro blind buy, but the back seems interesting, and it's called Prophecy. And it deals with this factory that is pumping mercury into the environment, and it's mutating fishes. It's making fish eat ducks, and it's producing birth defects, and it's making people go crazy. But the main monster is just like this big ass monster that is just like one slash and kills people real bad. Curiously enough, before I went to Movie Freak Bazaar, I was watching The Cinemasochist, and he was talking about this movie, and I was like, oh, it looks interesting. And then I went to Movie Freak Bazaar, and bam, he had it. So it was really cool. I guess I'm just lucky that way that I'm able to find movies that seem interesting to me. But this movie came out in 1979, and it's Prophecy. Not The Prophecy, the Christopher Walken Angel movie where he plays Gabriel. This is Prophecy, the monster movie. Then another blind buy, picked up Vampire Wars. I saw it and I was like, well, this might be the Asylum's version of Underworld. But on the back, it says that it's actually a group of vampire hunters that want to stop vampires, led by Michael Ironside. And that alone sold me, because Michael Ironside is badass. So, got it. Also, for some bizarre reason, this particular movie has always been really hard to find. I can never find it in flea markets. And every time Movie Freak Bazaar has it, people dab it right away. This time, same thing happened. Someone nabbed it, but at the last moment left it behind, and I was able to get it, and that's American History X. So finally got a copy of American History X. Thing I remember most about is the curb stomp. Yeah, that scene is pretty messed up. Like bite the sidewalk, curb stomp. Really cool. And last one I got, another blind buy. But I like the title of the movie, and it's Cleopatra Jones. Cleopatra Jones. I just had to get it. And looking at the back, this thing released in 1973, starring Tamara Dobson as Cleopatra Jones. I don't know if I genuinely don't know if this is blaxploitation. The one man that might be able to tell me is my good buddy Movie John. So if he watches this video, he'll be able to tell me if this movie is any good. Of course, I still want to sit down and watch. It's only 89 minutes, but it looks cool. I like it. So yeah, that was the movie pickup video. Got some really random stuff, I have to say. Some blind buys, some movies that I've been hunting for a while. So I can only talk about the movies that I've actually seen that I can recommend. So I'm going to recommend Star Trek First Contact, because it has the Borg, and the Borg are freaking amazing. Even though, again, I do think the idea of a Borg queen does kind of weaken the Borg collective, especially in Voyager. Voyager really went downhill because of the Borg queen. And Big Hero 6. It's a joint production between Marvel and I love Baymax. He's a big, beautiful balloon robot, and I wish I could have a balloon robot. It seems like something that I would like to have and, you know, hug, because it looks so cuddly. So yeah, that was the pickup video, guys. Movie version. Thanks so much for watching, and until I see you all again, this was Vargas in the Vargas Vault, thanking you all and signing out.